Hello. This week I want to continue my discussion of the history of the Mass in anticipation of our being able to get together to do this in person in the fall. So today I want to begin a little bit of a discussion about the old Roman Mass, the original Latin Mass. So as we know, early on in the history of Christianity, Rome became very important in the Western Church, kind of the center point of the Western Church. And one of the reasons why that happened is because it contained it possessed the tombs of Saints Peter and Paul, and that's important because it made Rome the site for many pilgrimages. It became important for Christians, by the third or fourth centuries, to begin to do pilgrimages to places, to holy places, especially places where martyrs were buried. So there's very little information about the Roman Mass, the original Roman Mass, before the year 500. The oldest documents that we have about the Roman Mass describe the Mass. Describe the Mass from earlier on, but they're dated in the 8th or the 9th century. Still, we have some knowledge about the very early Roman Mass. It's likely that in the beginning there were different liturgical formats, and that at first they were not in Latin, but they were in Greek. Greek was the language of the Roman Empire, the predominant language of the Roman Empire. But by the 6th century, it appears that there's only one liturgical format, one way to celebrate the Mass, and it was in Latin. And Latin became the language of the Western Church because it was imported from North Africa, which was an important site for Western Christianity. Note that as late as in the 4th century, the Mass began immediately with the readings. That was the way it just went right into the readings, right off the bat, followed by the prayers of the faithful, the general intercessions. But by the 6th century, the general intercessions were gone, and they were substituted by the Lord have mercy, the Kyrie eleison. Before the 6th century, church music was very simple, and musical accompaniment was not even allowed, with all due apologies to Karen Shearer and her folks. By the 6th century, the readings, the Eucharistic prayer, the opening prayer, the prayer over the gifts, and the prayer after communion were almost identical with the liturgy at the time of the Second Vatican Council. So that shows the continuity of the Latin Mass or the Roman Mass over the centuries. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you have a great Monday.